Hey everyone, and welcome back to CJ Race Cars YouTube channel. As you can see, we're over here at Cletus McFarland's Eagle build, and we're getting ready to install probably the coolest rear end we've ever had in this building. We're going to show you what it takes to build the suspension for a 5,000 horsepower race car, to put all that power to the ground. It takes some pretty stout stuff, and we're going to show you what it takes. Also, thanks everyone that's been watching the channel and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, go over and check out our merch. We got some pretty cool merch. We're getting in some Project Seagull shirts. They're available for pre-order now. Go check those out at CJRacecars.com. Thanks for supporting that build. I think it's the first Lamborghini V10 engine in anything in the front with an automatic, I believe. If not, post it in the comments. I'd love to check out another build. Right here. It's a nice piece for sure. Taylor's gonna lift it up with one hand and just set it in there real quick. It's actually not that heavy.
Shouldn't be.
No, it's not that bad. Didn't we pick it up out of the truck?
I didn't.
We did.
We did, yeah. It's not that heavy.
No, it's not. It's
The
not.
center chunk.
It's just short.
The front ain't very good either.
Everybody's got that now.
Back up, straight down.
No, I mean we are, but let's get the box back out of the way. Okay. A little bit more.
Roughly in there-ish.
Yeah, I'd get it up your height first.
The bottom.
Yeah, because it's gonna have to go like, you know, and that's gonna make it taller.
Yeah.
The bottom.
You got a tape measure?
What are you at?
You're gonna need about 4.5, 4.25 inches of shim.
That might be a hair high. Because I was 3 with 2 of them.
3 with 2 of them.
So what are they measuring right now?
It's gonna be 4.5 then if it was.
That's almost 5.
It's almost 5.
That's almost 5.
All right, move.
So then, slide it back some.
That's fine. Now we just got to.
Can you roll it back?
Jack down.
Where's Heather? Alright. Forward. Alright, hold on. Close. Now measure the height.
Off the table, roughly 15.
As you can see, today's video is sponsored by Factor. Get chef-prepared meals on the table in just 2 minutes with Factor's ready-to-eat meals, so you can get back to working in the shop on whatever project you got going on. What I love about Factor is it eliminates the hassle of prepping, cooking, cleaning up, and all that stuff. Simply heat it and savor the good stuff. Factor is my go-to lunch when I'm at the shop. I just put it in the microwave, and within 2 minutes, I have a delicious, fresh, nutritional lunch. It's super easy. They also have these refreshing drinks. This one here is mint lemonade. It's really good. They're an excellent source of vitamin C and a good source of vitamin A and iron. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code CJRacecars50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code CJRacecars50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first order plus 20% off your next month of orders. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to it. As you can see, we got the Carmack Engineering 11-inch all billet rear end in the car. This is an absolute monster of a rear end housing. If you guys have watched any of our videos before, we use a lot of sheet metal rear ends from Marty and some stuff from Strange. Kind of depends on what the customer wants, but this is like an absolute monster of a rear end. This thing will hold any power pretty much, and big tire, small tire. It's a really slick piece, really nice machine work. So we got that in here. We got it centered. The rear end's at ride height. It looks a little goofy right now because the end bells aren't on, so this rear end will still be probably another foot wider on each side, and it'll have brakes and hubs. It'll look more like a rear end at that point, but this thing's got titanium brackets, everything. It's actually really light too for what it is. It's really light piece. Taylor took some measurements earlier this morning on lower four-link bars, upper four-link bars, and a wishbone. Taylor and Andrew over there right now building all that stuff. We've talked about titanium in the past, and the suspension is no different for us. We build all the suspension stuff out of titanium. 4-link bars are 1.5 inch titanium tubing, and the Wishbone is all titanium tubing. And for some radial stuff, we'll actually make the slider inside of the Wishbone in 7 series aluminum instead of moly. It's a big weight savings, and we try to save weight wherever we can. We also don't want to give up structural integrity, but for this car, it'll be perfect. We should have those 4-link bars done today and have them in here. The next thing we'll do is we'll be mounting the shocks in the rear, and this thing will be pretty much done in the rear suspension. A few things on the front, and this thing will be pretty much a roller. Be able to put on the ground and roll around if we wanted to. So getting a lot of progress done. Hopefully we'll see this thing on the ground soon.
That's 1.5 inches. I think it's 1.75 inches.
That's all right.
It feels like.
But it's at the bottom, so it's staying
Yeah.
centered. If you just push that over there and put a wheel like in the center of that, and make sure it looks right in the hole.
All right, slide that back through, Troy. I don't think so. All right, hold that. All right. I think the rear end still needs to go that way. Because if you roll the tire back to try to get this gap the same, yeah, the rear end needs to go that way.
All right.
Now we're putting together the 4-link bars for the Eagle. I've got everything measured out, so I have to press these tube adapters in. We've got such a tight tolerance, we press them in. That way they're that much harder to pull apart if there was a failure. Post flow is to protect the weld puddle. With this titanium, the titanium's more finicky than the moly is. If I was to just let off the pedal and as soon as the arc was gone, just pull the cup away, it would discolor the titanium, which is basically contaminating the area with oxygen. So that's what would happen if, as soon as you let go of the arc and you just pulled the torch off, the oxygen in the air would contaminate the weld puddle and compromise the weld. Go through. Clip my tape, or my straight edge.
Got it?
Yep. What do you...
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, what is
22
it?
22.5.
22.5?
Yes.
Then add 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So...
22 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Does that make sense?
22 3/4 is what you said.
Okay.
1 inch of stick out.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nailed it.
So 22 3/4 minus 1.5 inches is 21 1/4.
Where are you going off from? Just leave on the center of that?
No, this front edge,
gotcha.
because it's 2 inches wide.
Gotcha.
Then you've got a 1 inch spacer, So half of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, yeah, take the spacer away. Line me up roughly. Yeah, that's right. 22 3/4. Right. I want to use the other one though. You want 11 and a 16th, so 5 and a half.
I'm like,
5 and a half and a 32nd.
32nd.
Is to center.
Okay.
Now take an inch and a half out of that. Take an inch and a half and out of 5 and a half.
So 4.
Yeah. Okay, but then you need to add a 32nd. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Move the tape.
I'm glad you can do it good too, because that just leaves me one more thing I haven't got to worry about right now.
What are we talking about? Laser?
No, making wishbones.
Oh. He wants you to come over here and do this too.
That's snug. Alright, so then
So glad you're doing it.
and then you should have, I think it says 22 or 24 inches for the legs. For these.
I didn't even notice it.
On your notes. You can usually get away with 18.
18,
Yeah.
even putting the bend in it.
Yeah.
How long is that hair?
That's, I mean, you add the rod end and the tube adapter, you're going to be less than 18. But you could go 19 just to make sure you've got enough. If that makes you more comfortable.
I mean, if you've done it like that before, then
Yeah.
I can change that. I don't know why we need
Maybe
to
go 19 if you say.
Yeah.
That's fine. I
That
just
way,
don't
that way
always-
you get the first one.
I mean, 24 inches, that's a lot more material. That's
Oh, yeah, we
wasted.
don't-
Yeah. Turn them out.
See that.
Turn them out roughly 5, and then I take a pair of calipers from the outside of the rod end to the tube adapter and make sure they're the same, or get them as close as possible.
Nail it.
Since the threads on those are janky.
Janky threads.
Filler shots, huh?
Got to drill these holes or something.
Yeah,
Or
just
hit them with a sander.
We have a 1/2 inch reamer, maybe. See if we're close enough to use that, maybe.
That-
If not, just go.
I mean,
slow.
it's catching the shoulder.
Just barely, yeah.
The,
Maybe just
the,
a
the
little
smooth.
Tootsie Roll deal there.
That's what I'm thinking. It's just the Tootsie Roll.
Because what we'll do next is pull this center pan out. Something else we haven't done yet is the shock mounts on the top. At the beginning, we weren't 100% sure on rear end, and a lot of rear ends vary from how far from the center of the axle to the shock mount is. So we'll pull this pan out. We'll do the shock mounts here, and then Troy will just have to notch this pan around the shock mounts once we get those in there.
put the old guy up inside the car. No, I'm just kidding.
If you want to tack.
This isn't bad. No, no, that still means the old guy gets inside the car and has to tack. No, I'll let you do that. Let me see what you got here.
Okay, so the little hole needs to go towards the rear of the car. Yep, just like that. Yep.
Where do you want it?
Right there-ish.
All right, what you'll have to do is give me the angle finder, and I'll put the angle finder on this to get it so it's like this, okay?
Yeah.
And then you just put it on the line, and we tack it. Are you good along the frame tube? I won't push real hard, so you can move it.
I like that better.
All right, well, just a second. I got to get my 89.9 or 90 back. How you like that?
That's fine.
Good, because it's going to change after you weld it anyway. Three-quarter box end and your half-inch drill. The other way. Oh, speed that mother up. That's the way we do it. I got them snug, but this is my fingers.
Well, I mean, finger tight.
Yeah, we just need to measure now what we're doing for what your distance is going to be.
Well, hang on. Let me see what it looks like on this side. Watch your legs.
Want me to go on the other side?
No, I'll get up in here with you. I ain't worried about it. That looks to be about where it needs to be.
Well, if that's where it needs to be, then it looks like you didn't put hardly any force on it. So that's good.
No, not really.
That little the heim joint will take up that little quarter of a degree.
Yeah.
Now we just got to get our width right. What's it supposed to be?
I don't know. I ain't got one.
No, I mean, what's it supposed to be?
It's going to be on the outside. It's going to be inside of those. It's not going to bolt directly to this.
It's going to be like inside like this?
Yeah, but it's not going to bolt directly to this. The shocks are going to be too short, so we're going to have to make a billet piece to adapt.
Okay, well, I just want to know what the width up here is supposed to be. Which you don't know.
No.
Oh. Okay. Then I guess we do what we're doing right here. Your side's 0.3, 0.1 low. That's no big deal.
Yeah.
If you got it where you want it,
yeah, but I've got to get my stuff
go
over
get
here.
ready. I'll just hold it.
See,
you got a mark on it?
Yeah, I got a mark on this side.
Okay. You like that?
Yeah, you got it?
I got it. Oh, there's a little bit of pull on it. Yeah.
There's not a lot of tension.
All right.
But there's a little bit. That's probably good.
What we do is tack this one, go over on that side, heat the tack up, see if it pops back in place. Let me, okay, you got it? Oh, does it still look good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Office stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's that. And I would...
Should I tack the inside one too?
Yeah, I would.
Alright, I just tacked this up, getting ready to weld it out, and then the wishbone will be done. We'll go put it in the car and see how it works.
Look at them things right there. I don't know if Andrew actually did this or not, but for a second time welding. Second?
Yeah.
Second time welding?
Second, 1.5 time.
1.5 times
Yes.
welding. He's getting it pretty good. Pretty good. We might let him weld another one.
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks killer. And this is one of the biggest weight savings when doing suspension stuff. The titanium wishbone or titanium 4-link bars. 4-link bars save you about 6 pounds. which might not seem like a lot, but in the race car world, it's a lot. And this is probably also another 3-ish pounds, and then the aluminum slider over the Molle slider is probably another 1.5 pounds. So all in all, we say probably 12 pounds going titanium in this car, and that gives you weight you can move around where you want to make the car work. And at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do.
All right, so we're putting the wishbone in, wrapping that up. Basically, the purpose of the wishbone is to keep the rear end square in the car, keep it from floating side to side. So I don't know if you guys could tell, I had to push the rear end side to side to get the bolt to line up. Once it's lined up all the way and tight, we'll give it a wiggle and it won't move. Now it's solid. 4-link brackets aren't tight, they're just hand tight. Threaded on just enough to hold everything in place. But once it's all tight, it'll be really solid. It'll have no side-to-side movement at all. Everything will move on the same plane, up and down with the 4-link.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's video. Michael's cooking these steaks. We're about to eat really good. Thanks, everyone, for watching. If you haven't, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.